lately that you like, Melanie?
Well, I was a little fortunate. Thanks for the interview. I was fortunate. I got to see Florence and the Machine just on Friday night. Was it Saturday night? And I got to see her also live performing at the Abbey Pub in front of about 100 fans.
That's great.
So
I think they're going to be the opening act for you too in Lansing coming up. Lansing's where I live. And I sold my U2 tickets.
Yeah, now you're rethinking it?
Yeah. Now I'm going to call the guy who I sold them to and ask him, please sell them back.
Yeah. I saw the 360 tour when it was at Soldier Field.
Yeah? How was it?
And there was Snow Patrol opened.
Oh.
And it turns out they did actually show up at Abbey Pub earlier for an XRT show, private show. So that's a nice, it was great. Fantastic. I recommend it. But yeah, so if you can get the tickets back. So I was actually really glad to see that you actually dumped out the cereal. I didn't know if you'd do it here because I read that you guys sometimes had some dismay, you know, from the bar owner or the venue owner. Wasn't always a good thing.
Well, we were doing it at the adult shows too because honestly, you know, drunken adults are very similar to the kids, and they loved it. So, but you know, we thought of the club owners and stage managers didn't appreciate it as much when there weren't kids around.
Right.
So, and kids actually are little human vacuums, so they took care of it, as you saw.
I saw there were, yeah, like I like the 3-second rule.
Yeah,
that was a good.
You got to have that. Yeah.
So I was wondering, an obvious question, if you have children of your own, and if that somehow inspired you to get involved in doing this kind of, I mean...
I do. I have two little girls, and Donnie doesn't have any kids. I mean to speak for Donnie. But we both have always had this, you know what, we've always acted like kids in our band. And really, what are rock bands but perpetual adolescence? You know? And to be able to now write about that and sing about that and act ridiculous like we do in the van, you know, and not on the stages. Now we can bring that behavior, that bad behavior, onto the stage. It's a lot of fun.
I was wondering too how different it is to write music for a kid's song versus an adult song.
There's a fine line. I mean, it really just teeters back and forth because what we try to do is make an album. Make albums that don't annoy the adults. Kids record that an adult can rock out to, and how a kid rocks out. See you guys.
Bye guys.
And how a kid rocks out to an album is the way the parent rocks out to an album. It's a bombast of bass and drums and guitar and 4-part harmonies. So we're not really doing anything different other than putting the occasional tuba on a song, which we wouldn't do on the adult albums. But also the lyrics. You know, we try to touch on themes that a kid will appreciate more, whether it be shenanigans or lessons.
Now, I had a personal experience where I attempted to learn songwriting from Ralph Covert.
Right.
When he was in the Bad Examples, when he taught at Old Town School of Folk Music.
Oh, yeah.
And I really thought, you know, I could possibly be taught how to write music, and I soon realized that I could not be taught.
Maybe it was his problem.
Well,
we know Ralph.
No, I mean, it was a great opportunity, and I can't believe it, but I got a little intimidated, and I dropped the class, actually, before the end.
That's probably it right there, you know, the intimidation. There's a lot of things that'll stop you dead in your tracks, you know. Like, I'm still working on a song that it's looking for a rhyme for orange, but I can't quite get it. I was really close last year, but I just can't get to it. But there will be all those roadblocks that'll go up anytime you're working on a song that stop you from working on a song. I know Brian has songs, and I have songs that are 15 years old, and they're still there.
Yeah, you still hope for those times you can brush them off, dust them off.
Something will come around, and you go, that's what it needed. And you're probably you probably had that same thing just in your beginning phase of just trying to get it all together and trying to make this. It's very easy to aim too high.
What you have going against you as an adult as well is that you know other adults and you know adults that are great songwriters. And so that's intimidating. When you're a kid, your friends don't really play music that much, at least not for a living. So it's easier for you to not get discouraged to play and go, oh, I learned a chord, that's so exciting. Well, when an adult learns a chord, they go, God, I got to learn, 3 more chords at least before I can write a song.
And the kid's got 7 songs with that one chord already.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And another thing too is that I've learned that, I was talking about really taking the piano up again, and then I was thinking, it's going to take me 10 years before I'm really great at the piano, and I'll be, 55, 56. And my buddy said, well, you're going to be 55 or 56 anyway, and why not be a great piano player? I mean, that's one way to look at it,
right.
And I thought, well, that's brilliant. That's true. So.
Or you could have a lot of TV under your belt.
That's true.
That's true. It's just like finally you could be caught up with those reruns of Cheers.
Yeah.
Whatever did happen with Sam and Diane.
Yeah, any of the Shelley Long sitcoms. Still trying to catch up. Thank goodness for Hulu.
That's true. Now, do you use your children or other children, friends' children, to sort of use as a focus group for deciding which songs stay, which songs go?
Oh, maybe it does for you.
We were working on.
Donnie produced the album.
We were working on a song called.
What goes on behind those doors?
We were working on a song called "You Can Write a Song," and we were working on it in the basement, just kind of like playing through it with myself and our guitarist Lou. And we were downstairs playing it, and my girlfriend was upstairs filming his daughter kind of dancing to it. And as we started to play it and kind of play it together, her body just starts to move a little bit more. And then pretty soon she's in this full dancing outfit as we got the whole idea to come together. And I thought, okay, we've got something. Yeah. She kind of validated it. What is it, Isabella?
You can come in if you'd like.
Oh, come on in.
Come on in. Come on, Isabella's place.
She wants to see me interviewing in action. This is Isabella, my daughter. Yes.
Isabella. Oh, I wouldn't. Now I see.
Oh yeah. She looks just like me.
You do.
The blonde.
Isabella had a big time birthday party. You heard that song yet? Oh, you have the album. It actually is Bella, but you can throw Isabella in there easy. Remember?
The songs on the album are all great in that they all have a different flavor, I think, to them. There's a little jazzy moment, a little, maybe, I don't know, I thought one of the songs sort of had a little bluegrass feel to it, am I right? Yeah.
But the idea is to, I think the more that you put into the songs, especially for kids, the better. Because
Mix it
there's so
up.
many musical styles
Sure.
out there. And when you're in an adult band, there's a tendency to get pigeonholed into one corner. For us, it was alternative, grunge, and that kind of thing. And so you have to write for that. This is free and no boundaries. We can write whatever we want.
Yeah. You said Snow Patrol. You went and saw Snow Patrol, and I like that band. But I think I've heard every song from them with one song. That he sings repetitive melodies over and over with this big building song, and my girlfriend loves it. And she's like, I'm going to get Snow Patrol tickets. And I'm saying, get Snow Patrol ticket.
Harsh.
I made her, I said, honey, if you don't buy Snow Patrol tickets, I'll buy tickets to see the Killers. And so when the Killers came around.
If you do buy Snow Patrol tickets, I'm going to sell our U2 tickets.
To me, I want your U2 tickets.
No. Anyways, but we ended up, where did we go? We went and saw the Foo Fighters too.
So you're going to come back and do any shows in Chicago, like at Shuba's? I know that you did a solo show at Shuba's. I unfortunately missed it. That would have been a blast.
We've done a couple kids shows at Shuba's, so we
Yeah.
do about every 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the norm. I'm sure we're due for one in the fall. We'll definitely get one in the fall.
All right, we'll be there for sure.
Great. Bring Isabella.
I expect you to have written your first song by then.
Oh, Isabella will have written her first song.
All right, yeah.
Did you have a question?
You have 2 guitarists now, right?
She had a question for you.
Yes.
If you put cereal in your guitar, does it change the sound?
That's a really great question. It depends on how much cereal you put in your guitar. But because I plug my guitar in when we go through the amplification, the big speakers and stuff, I plug it in, not much of a difference. But if I just sat here with a guitar full of cereal, you could tell it would be really muffled.
And it sounded like it was full of cereal, shaky.
That's right. It could be a shaker too while I'm playing
didn't
it.
actually know that there was going to be cereal in your
Well,
guitar.
yeah, it's the big surprise. That's the payoff, we say in the business. hopefully it paid off.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Melody.
you.